How's it working out for you?
Hello guys, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the garage. So if you can hear behind me, we are draining the coolant out of the race truck into a little pail there, but we're gonna start deconstructing the truck. I kind of have a good idea of what's gonna happen over the winter. I think it's gonna be a little bit more than I anticipated. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm getting, after talking to a few people, I think I have a good game plan of what we're gonna do engine wise and all that. I still have to figure out the cage, but engine wise I'm feeling pretty good about it. I am honestly excited and a little nervous about it, so we might be going a little more extreme, let's say, than I had originally anticipated, but I can't let you in on any of that because that just wouldn't be any fun. So anyway, basically all we're gonna do now, because there's one more place we might have to take the truck, and that's just for some measuring purposes. But we're gonna take anything off the truck that doesn't make it basically scoot around the garage here or be able to get up on the trailer. So I'm draining the coolant out of it, but basically the stuff up here can all come off. The intercooler piping, because the turbo is really going to not do anything because we're pretty much just going to idle the thing around. So that can all come off, just trying to get ahead of everything. Ladder bars can come off, our drag radials can come off, and our stock wheels and tires can go back on, so we can try and get the truck against the wall a little further when we're not working on it. I guess nothing back here really needs done, but that's kind of the game plan. We're just going to start, chopping away at this thing and getting all the little stuff off of it that we don't need to move the truck around here in the garage. Like I said, it may go on a trailer to go for a little visit somewhere, but that is still yet to be determined. So, well, that's it. Let's just get to it. Whoa. So the ladder bars were a little loaded up. The rear brackets definitely did spin on the axle and then held it. So when I welded it, it was actually keeping everything loaded up. You can see the first one dropped, I don't know, about an inch, well, now I guess a little further, but the hole for the wishbone here was, halfway at this bracket. When I got this bolt out, well, you see how far they dropped. So, yeah, the bolt-on ladder bars can only take so much. I mean, wow, when I got that thing out, the whole truck actually moved. I don't know if where I had the camera picked it up, but the whole truck just rocked back and forth. I mean, wow, that was certainly unexpected. And just to show you how, you know, loose these are, I mean, the bolts just slide right out when it's not loaded up. I mean, that's just gnarly. Well, our custom homemade ladder bar kit is now off the truck. I don't know that it will ever go back on. Yeah, honestly, I don't know that I will probably ever use these again. I don't foresee me putting them on Caitlin. I don't have any problems there. But yeah, definitely was useful. Definitely looked cool. We could tell it was doing something by the amount it was loaded up. Probably should have had them tack welded before we ever did anything with it, but that is a lesson learned. But yeah, man, kind of sad pulling this off and thinking we're not going to use it again. But certainly the truck's back to grandpa status, that's for sure. So now we're going to move in here to the front of the truck. Probably just do some basic stuff, get the grill off, get this shrouding off. Maybe we'll pull our electric fans. Like I said, if it's not going to make it putt around the garage or possibly load up on the trailer, we're going to start getting rid of it and try and get these winter projects rolling. So as you guys can see, the disassembly process isn't taking very long. We got the radiator out, we got the fans out. Definitely kind of depressing, honestly, but it's funny the shit you notice that you know completely forgot about. Like, we still had the horns on the truck. I don't know why. I guess it's back from when we were going to street it, but still had these on there. Not that they weigh anything, but why even worry about it? But like our intercooler pipe, when I was taking it off and I completely forgot about it, we have these two hose clamps on there. So anybody who's been with the channel since earlier this year when we were running it at the track, we'd always seem to blow this intercooler pipe right there at the 1320. Well, we did that and we lost our clamp. Well, a couple guys at the track were nice enough to give us these hose clamps, and they've been on there ever since. After that, you know, we burned up torque converter and, you know, had our other issues, but never had the boot problem again. And this hose clamp setup's been on there ever since. So it's kind of depressing, but it's bringing back some memories. Like our electric fans, it's funny. You assemble all this stuff, and oh yeah, this is easy, you know, that. You know, the radiator is going to pull the radiator out. Well, it's hitting this, it's hitting that. Well, backing up, I was pulling the fans out. Wouldn't come out. What's going on here? Well, here they were hitting the lower radiator hose and the upper intercooler pipe. So I pulled the radiator hose out, got that out. So then I went to pull the radiator out. Well, or radiator, I'm sorry. if you guys don't like how I say it. But us pulling that out, I'm like, man, I can't get this out either. Well, that was hitting our intercooler pipe, and it's just, when you're assembling the stuff, it's funny, the stuff you realize after a while how it is a little bit of a jigsaw. But we'll keep going here. I think for tonight we'll get the bumper off, pull the intercooler out, and that'll probably be it. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with all this stuff. I got to store it, try and keep track of all the bolting, because I'm at this point, until we make our final decision, we're not going to look at getting rid of anything like that. But once we make a decision, definitely some of this stuff can go. Oh, and another thing, I don't know if I expressed to you guys how much of a pain in the ass this boot was to get on when we put our Banks intake on. I don't know if they have an intercooler pipe for it now, but at the time they didn't. And we have our Mishimoto intercooler. Man, Mishimoto. Anyway, I got this Flow Pro intercooler pipe. I believe it's a 4-inch pipe to go right from our 3.5-inch outlet of the intercooler, I think it is, to our 4-inch monster ram. Well, it just didn't want to fit right, and as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff in the way, and it just took forever. So thankfully this boot never blew, because it would have been a royal pain. But yeah, time to take that off now too.
It'll be different this time, I promise.
So apart from the battery being, well, less than charged, everything still works. Truck still starts. Really, tonight I'm not going to move the truck over. It is warm out, as you can see, because I've been in my t-shirt this entire time. For whatever reason, it's 50 degrees in December. Anyhow, everything works, so we should be able to move the truck back and forth, possibly load it on the trailer if we have to take it somewhere, which is still up in the air. But yeah, it's kind of depressing. We put all this work into the truck, now it's coming apart. We have a pile of parts that I got to deal with. I even just got to deal with them tonight to get them out of the way, so in the morning I'm not tripping over stuff. But yeah, it's just, yeah, on to bigger and better things, I guess. So we're just kind of taking all this stuff we don't need on the truck right now. The engine is going to come out. Once I finalize my decision, which I have a good idea what I'm going to do. I just need to figure out all the little things, and then we'll go ahead and figure out what exactly is going to happen to this engine. Right now, I'm thinking we might do a compression test on it and stuff like that. Just try and see if we can see what the health of the engine is itself, because it may not be coming apart. So I don't know if that tells you anything or not, but the plans are definitely, they've escalated quite a bit from what I had originally thought I was going to do. So anyway, guys, the disassembly of the truck is happening. It is a bit depressing, but like I said, on to bigger and better things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe to the channel. If I don't talk to you, have a Merry Christmas to you and your family. And in the meantime, get out in your garage, get the wrench in on your truck.